Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is HD and this is going to be game number 18. And it is going to be on Steps of War, which is the rain map, which you actually have a very close base to your opponent. I've actually casted quite a few of my games on this map already, and it is going to be another Zerg versus Terran, similar to game number 17. So same exact matchup actually. So my apologies go out to all the Protoss and Terran players out there, as I've been on a bit of a Zerg streak lately, but it is my favorite race. And actually I think this game showcases some new units that I haven't been able to show or highlight yet, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. And of course stay tuned for more Protoss and Terran vids. And if you guys like what I do, feel free to subscribe, comment, rate the video. And of course I want to thank all the fans out there, all the subscribers, and everyone who supports these videos that I do. I really do appreciate it. And thanks a lot for watching HD Starcraft. Anyways, this is going to be a pretty fun game. And just starting off right now, building up the workers, of course, doing the little APM thing where I select all the units and warming up and all that stuff. But I guess I'll go ahead and address a few questions right now before the game actually gets underway. I've had a couple people ask me to show them the lurker, and that is really cool when the extractor builds on the geyser, by the way. That is a cool animation. But I've had a couple people ask me to show the lurker. Unfortunately, there is no lurker anymore in StarCraft 2. They took it out of the latest beta build, and it was there in BlizzCon 2008, and it's kind of unfortunate that they removed the lurker, simply because it was a really cool unit and I liked it a lot. It adds a lot of depth and strategy, both offensively and defensively. And so I'm hoping that Blizzard does bring the lurker back some way or another for StarCraft 2, but we'll see. Anyways, just getting a queen right now at the hatchery. My first two lings do come out, and I'm going to use these lings to get a little bit of appropriate scouting information, see if my opponent's doing any cheese or anything like that. And there is the queen, beautiful as always. I gotta say, she's much cooler than the old queen from StarCraft 2, or from Brood Wars. Unfortunately, they clipped her wings though. And my opponent here has a pretty good wall off. It's actually really easy for Terrans to wall off now these days, because as long as the buildings are placed next to each other, adjacent to each other, on the grid, then it forms an impenetrable wall. And my opponent here has actually got his SCV just chilling there, so he sees me going for this fast expansion. For sure, he knows that I'm trying to fast expand since I do have a drone there. So I'm going to have to watch out for a quick marine push here to counter this fast expand. And it is very risky expanding quick on this map, simply because this map is so close to your opponent's base that it's actually a really risky maneuver, in my experience. But hopefully this pays off. And I was saying before about the Terran wall off, as long as you build the buildings adjacent to each other, it will form an impenetrable wall, unlike Brood Wars, where sometimes your opponent could actually find a little hole or a little gap here or there. So they've actually improved that feature now, so it's very easy to wall off with any race, really. And here we go. I'm going to try to test this front door, just see how many Marines he has. And he's got a pretty good number of Marines, considering he's got a Rax with a reactor core on it. So basically, he's got 2 Raxes up. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but when the queen uses her spawn larva ability, it sounds a lot like a succubus from World of Warcraft when she does that little whip sound. So it almost sounds like the exact same thing, really. Kind of attractive. And now just really starting to saturate that natural expansion. I really want to get that econ build going. I've found that against Terran, typically a fast expand is very smart, because Zerg has a lot of early offensive units, whereas Terran is quite slow, so you're usually able to control the map and secure that natural. But eventually the Terran will make a timing push with his Marines And he's just now starting to build up a lot of Marines. He's actually grabbed his own Natural, as you guys see on the mini-map. He does have a command center up there. Meanwhile, I'm just wary of the timing push from the Terran player. I do have a Spine Crawler up just in case. It is a little premature of a Spine Crawler, but since this map is so close to your opponent, you might not even have enough time to react, so sometimes it's safe just to have those Spine Crawlers up already. And here I go, moving in with my Zerglings, engaging the Marines, but there is a bunker there, so I'm forced to actually fall back. I don't really want to mess with that bunker. And my opponent does his comsat, his scan over my main.
Our forces are under attack.
And my Overlord here just barely making it out of that alive. And meanwhile, there's the Baneling's Nest coming up. So that is one of the new units that I haven't really been able to showcase all that much, but the Baneling really does shine against the Terrans, especially when the Terrans clump up all of their Marines. It's like a prime target for that GC Baneling to just roll in on and explode upon. So hopefully we'll see some Baneling action this game. And of course you always want to research Baneling speed, which allows them to move almost as fast as upgraded Zerglings. And they get a cool animation where they roll on the ground as well. And here we go, moving in with double the number of Lings I had before, and I'm actually engaging my opponent, but he's got 2 bunkers this time, and he's pulling his SCVs off the line as well, so I'm going to get some economic damage in here. But I have to deal with the second bunker as well, and whoa, Planetary Fortress coming in for the command center as well, so that is it. That nullifies my attack completely. But I think I did get some SCV kills there, although I lost a lot of my army units, so